somewhere.
I'm that one guy from the place.
That's the guy. How's it going?
Now I have light. It's fucking hot, dude.
Well, you don't need air conditioning there because you have the coastal winds. Some bullshit you told me once.
Except when we're in the middle of a fucking heat wave and the coldest it's going to get is like 70 at 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. Like today was 105. Tomorrow's going to be like 102, and then it's going to hit 105 again.
Who would move to that state in their right mind with all the heat and politics? Oh, wait. You were raised there. You were born in it. Oh, what the hell was that?
Yeah, batteries. Was molded by it.
I am the darkness. I think we last recorded on July 4th.
2 weeks.
July 4th.
No, it wasn't the 4th of July.
I mean, not the 4th, except August 7th. Dude,
that makes more sense.
I'm so tired. And then I'm dealing with this water heater issue now. So I framed out my shop around my, what do they call those things? Furnace, water heater, those two things. And
I think that's what they call them, is your furnace and your water heater.
But they're like, when I watch shows on HGTV and they're like, okay, well, that's where the so-and-so will go. There's a word for the group of them, together.
Your HVAC?
No, anyways, I'll think of it when we're just talking later. So I have to open up the wall because my brother-in-law is a plumber and he's coming tomorrow to replace this water heater. Last week I'd been down here and my shop is kind of like, you come down the stairs and there's a wall on this, on your left. And then so the stairs are tucked up against the wall and you come down and you're facing a wall. So you turn around and you come back towards the shop area. So under the stairs, my daughter has been collecting furniture for her place when she moves out eventually. So my wife put it all under the stairs. And last week I came down here and I saw that there was a shit ton of water under the stairs. And there's a drain in the floor over there in front of the furnace and the water heater. And then I have a dehumidifier down here with a hose that runs to that drain. And it had rained like really bad for a few hours prior to me coming downstairs. And I thought, well, fuck, we got a crack in the foundation somewhere, but it's no big deal, I guess. So I mopped it up and then I came back down, the next day, water under the stairs. I'm like, it has now, it's been a couple of days since it rained.
That's weird.
So I happen to be looking at the water heater and then drip. I'm like, son of a bitch. My furnace guy that came out a couple months ago told me, you're going to need a water heater. It's 12 years old or 10 years old. And it's starting to get like corrosion up on top where the pipe goes in. And it's a power vented water heater. So there's a machine, power vent on top. And it pulls exhaust up, I guess, and it comes through the shop. And it's supposed to be run in PVC for carbon monoxide reasons. But the people that did it prior, it's run in like some tin pipe. So the guy told me, eventually you're going to need a water heater and this should be all PVC. And I'm like, all right, well, I'll tell my brother-in-law. My brother-in-law owns his own plumbing company. And in the past, he's come to install this heat control unit on said water heater. But every other time I tried to get him to do a job, he's busy. Normally, he doesn't even return my call. So I texted my sister last night and I said, listen, we need a water heater and I want to give Andy the job before I give it to some stranger. And she's like, all right. So we were going back and forth today on texts. And the first question I asked him is, do I need to get the water heater? Because I've looked at Home Depot, Lowe's, and Menards. They're all the same price.
Yeah.
Home Depot's right by me. And I could have went this evening. And he never answered me, So finally, he answers me, what time tomorrow? And I'm like, well, I forgot tomorrow's a holiday. For us, it's not a holiday. It's a work day. So I forget that stuff.
Well, it's not a work day for me. I'm off.
Oh, well, it's technically your off day. But for law enforcement people that actually have scheduled to work on a Monday, it's not Labor Day to us. So I forgot it actually is a holiday, but I asked Kim, she was out, I asked her if she could work from home. She's like, yeah, I'm off. I'm like, oh, okay. So I told Andy, you know, whatever time works for you, but I need to go to bed because I gotta get up for work. So, and he's like, okay, 9:00. And 9 hour past my bedtime. And then I texted him, do I need to get it? He never answered me, right? So this was at like 6 p.m. Home Depot by me closes at 9. If I need to get it, I'll go get it. Because they're showing 2 in the store. Don't answer, doesn't answer. He texts me about 30 minutes ago. Yes, I have to get it? Because I had asked him a different question too. So I texted him back. Yeah, get it. So now at 6 a.m, I have to go get it before he comes. And then I texted my sergeant on the night shift, on the opposite shift, and I said, hey, do we have enough manpower for tomorrow? Like, nope, you're at minimums. Because Andy said I need to help him with it. So I'm like, all right, so I'm probably going to call in sick in the morning for tomorrow's night shift, which will fuck over the...
I mean, you do look foolish.
It's this lighting, man. It's like too much lighting. I don't know what to do with it.
No, it's a joke.
Oh, okay.
You look like you might be coming down with something. Probably just a 24-hour bug.
Yeah. So now I got to do that. And, this is going to be another $2,000 that you don't anticipate on spending until someone goes, who's there? It's your water heater. Give me $2,000. So.
Oh, I know.
So I took apart my refrigerator that was in here because it ices up and freezes up really bad. And every 6 weeks, I got to get in there and chisel out ice and get a bucket. And then it drips into the main compartment and the freezer doesn't freeze anything except it just freezes air. Because if you put food in there, it ruins it, but it's still cold enough to cause ice. I don't know how that...
You can change like the temperature of the fridge, right?
Oh,
like you don't have to have it set to sub-zero.
This is a refrigerator from 1990, and the seal's bad, so it's been on the fritz for a while, and I already bought one part for it, and I was going to change all the seals on the doors, and I thought, I'm going to spend more money in replacement parts than buying like a small refrigerator somewhere. So I took that apart, took the doors off, which was a trick. I wheeled it out around here by myself, and now it's sitting in the other part of the basement. And I started opening up the wall, which I framed out and drywalled and painted, taped. So I just, I had to squeeze behind the furnace. I got this much room, literally chests, this much room to get between the furnace and the wall, and then make a right and duck underneath the April air, which is a humidifier that goes on the back, duck under that to squeeze behind the water heater to get screws out for the drywall, because I never taped the inside of the closet because it's behind the furnace and the water heater. So I was able to pull off the top sheet of drywall, but you can't put it anywhere because I put it in before this wall was in. So I slid it in. Now I can't get it out. So and then I came through on the other side and took off a whole section, which tonight when we get done with this, I have to cut out the other drywall and remove a 2x4 in the middle, a stud, which luckily I used pocket screws when I put this framing together. Mm-hmm. So I could just unpocket hole at the bottom, but I got to cut the top and then frame out a new hole. And I'll have to make some type of a door where you can then access that in the future, I guess. I don't know. Although after putting this in, I could probably close that back up because I'm only going to be here for about 5 or 6 more years, and it'll be the next person's problem. What do you think I should do? Be nice and leave a pathway with a fake door, or close it all up?
I would go with the easier option, but that's just me.
Which what? Close it all up?
Well, is it easier to close it all up or just leave it as is?
I'm certainly, yeah.
At that point, I would just go for convenience.
I need the wall space, so I don't want to leave it open. Plus, noise comes in here as we're recording now, and the water heater's heating up. So because my wife just filled the tub. So I don't know. Fuck it. Anyways, I thought it'd be cool to have a wall that opens.
You could do one of those little hidden compartment things.
Fake door.
Just do a little shelf with just a fake book that you pull on and it has a latch.
Yeah, because I need books
swings it open.
in the wood shop.
That would be the funny thing about it. Is like, what the hell has he got? Like just random books here. Then you could have like the Harry Potter, like Chamber of Secrets right there, and that's the book that you pull, and it undoes the latch, and hey,
That's cool. We'll see. Or I'll just put a sheet of plywood over it and use it for a clamp wall.
you could just do that.
But just screws, and then they can unscrew it if they need to, right? I guess.
That would
Okay.
work.
I think you just came up with an idea for me.
There we go. Solving problems. That's what I do.
So I rearranged the whole shop because I got my jointer,
I saw that.
which we'll talk about. So I told Kim this morning at breakfast, I'm like, I might not need to expand the shop. She's like, what do you mean? Now she's mad that I'm not expanding the shop. She goes, I've been planning for it. I go, you didn't want me to expand the shop.
Hey, you might as well do it now.
I rearranged stuff where I can actually get the jointer in and have it underneath my wood rack. And I don't think I need to open up the shop because I was actually going to have to open it. So I have the jointer over there and other stuff. But after doing some of the work down here this week, and now I'm in that mood where I just want to work on the shop, like just do shop stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I said, I can eliminate I got a workbench over there that I can get rid of and just put the drum sander over there because it's on a cart, and the planer over there because it's on a cart. And then that opens up next to the CNC. So there's space over there. Take pictures off the wall so I can hang shit. Put a French cleat wall over here. I think I can do with what I have now, I think. So the only thing is I would only want the extra space so I could paint or spray or put a 4x8 CNC in there. Little things.
Just tiny $20,000 machines. It's whatever.
Which I'll probably just wait till I get retired and do.
Yeah. Sure, I mean, I got a scroll saw.
Woohoo! I saw that you are making some sports themed home plates with logos on them, which I've been wanting to do for like 2 years. And you're scrolling out those letters very nicely, I might add.
So the first few were all with a jigsaw.
Oh God.
And that took fucking forever.
Yeah, it did.
And then I got the scroll saw in and hooked it up, and I knocked out I think it was the LA logo. I knocked that out in like 20 minutes.
What size blade are you using? Because I was scroll sawing some stuff last night, and I think I have too thick of a blade in because it's
whatever came with it.
Oh, okay. Well, here's what happens.
I think it was a number 5.
It starts turning,
Yeah. So it seems like, because I've been kind of like fiddle farting around with it, and it seems like if you're going to make that sharp turn, you have to just do it.
Okay. I tried to walk into it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, so that's what I was trying to do at first. Like, I'll just kind of be and slow turn it.
Pivot.
And then it just would go wide and wide. I'm like, this sucks. Okay. And then finally one time I was like, screw it. I bought a pack of like replacement braids. I'm like, if I snap this blade, I snap this blade. And I spun it super quick. I just pivot.
Okay.
And it like a champ. I was like, son of a bitch. All right. So I got to just go for it. I can't pussyfoot around.
Those look
That's
great.
the secret.
Okay.
So
I was thinking about changing the blade, but into one of numerous other blades I have, but I'm not a scroll saw guy.
I know absolutely
I've done tons
nothing.
of work on it, but I don't really know a lot about it, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, a lot of the people on Instagram that are I call them scroll saw gangsters.
Yeah. Foz one.
Yeah. I forget her name, but it's like Captain's Plank. She's an absolute badass. House of Timber. She's phenomenal. They do phenomenal work with it.
But they're using those $1,500 scroll saws, the big ones.
Yeah, they are. Yeah. They are. But I had reached out to him like, hey,
cool.
I just got one. Like, what's the number one thing that somebody should know? Like, and they are universally the same thing. Blades matter.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to kind of figure my way through that stuff.
Okay. What what brand did you buy?
Buck Tool.
Oh, you bought a Buck Tool.
Yeah, it's got a little foot pedal.
Okay.
So that's kind of nice to, instead of having to reach down and switch it off, I just take my foot up.
Okay. I sold my Craftsman one that I bought a couple of years ago. It was just one speed. So I had a variable speed foot pedal that I could use for it that you plug into it. So then I guess the speed pedal it dictates how much juice it's letting into it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I sold it as a package because I never actually used it. I mean the foot
so
pedal.
I have the variable speed on mine. It's just a little
Yeah,
dial, and then the foot
me
pedal
too.
I just press down.
Okay. The foot pedal
And then-
came with it?
Yeah, I bought it as a pack on Amazon.
Okay. I have a Wen.
I thought about going with the Win, and then the Buck
Yeah.
Tool one had a little bit higher review. They were comparably priced, and then it came with the foot pedal, and it was
Yeah,
like
that's a
$50
no-brainer.
more. So I was like, yeah, I'll go for that one.
Okay. Cool. I'm selling my Wen 6-inch benchtop jointer.
I'm gonna sell my my pinch top jointer because I don't use it. And it's
I don't know
just
what you're
taking
going to
up
list
space.
yours for, but I listed mine at 275 and not nary a bite, so I just lowered it to 235 today.
So I bought mine because it's got a little defect in the outfeed table where it's slightly bent at the very end.
Oh, okay.
So I got it for 150, but it's still the Rikon, the spiral head.
Okay.
So I got it for 150. I'm gonna list it for that.
Yeah, sure.
Maybe 200. Maybe list it for 200, and then be willing to
Okay.
come down. But yeah, I'm gonna sell that because the goal that I have right now is I would like to get the Ortour Laser Master 3 and use that for cutting stuff,
Okay.
and then keeping the Laser Master 2 as just strictly engraving and doing like primarily tumblers. Have that set up with the rotary, so all I got to do is just slap a cup on there and let it go.
It's you'll have like multiple laser
have
stations.
I would have 2 laser stations with 3 module heads.
Nice.
Because I still have the 7-watt head for my old one.
Okay.
As a backup in case something fails in the 15 water. But I'm thinking, I wonder, because I tried cutting with the one I have now, but I don't have an air assist, and I know that helps with cutting stuff.
Oh.
So
Does it just blow air down to it?
It takes like a little air pump that you get for like a fish tank,
Okay.
and then a nozzle that points directly where the cutting's happening, and it blows out like the dust and the soot and all that stuff. So maybe that's what I need to do, but
I haven't even started mine yet. Because you told me I should have an exhaust fan or something, so I should probably do it in the garage. So I downloaded it onto this laptop, the Lightburn software, as well as my shop computer.
Well, the things are so small that you can move them easily. Like you're not going to knock anything out of alignment.
I constantly pick it up and move it off my CNC when I have to use the CNC. And I put it on top of my table saw. And then I move it back to the CNC where it's stationed until I need my CNC. Then I move it back to the table saw. Goes back and forth. Yeah. Hey, can you use any koozies?
Holy crap.
Because, they were all in the fridge. So I got a Power Pro one. And this is my buddy Alan Brady Designs. And then I don't remember what these are for. Elburn Lions. I got Lion Rides. 3 of these. Another Brady design. Do we know this company? Tekavas?
I don't know who that is.
Probably got that in a what do you call it? Giveaway? Wall control. I think this one's from.
I know who they are.
That's from Workbench.
From Wall Control? Yeah.
During it. My gloves. Oh, and this is my Ace Hardware. So if you want a couple of these, I can send them to you.
Yeesh.
All right. So I just sold a bottle opener on Etsy this morning.
Yeah.
A Wonder Woman bottle opener. I thought I had one. I had made one and I posted it and then I didn't sell it. So I thought it was down here in my pile of bottle openers that I haven't sold. And I came down to get it and I was all excited to ship it right away. And apparently I gave it away in an advertisement golf outing thing last year.
Whoops.
So I got to make one. And then I have another order. I've made 2 of these and it was supposed to ship 3 days ago. And I texted her and said, I've had a few mishaps and I'm not happy with the result. Can I have some more time to send you one that's not messed up? And she's like, yeah, I don't need it till October. So my client.
Cool. I'll start it in 3 weeks.
Well, I waited because I was busy with finishing something. I forgot what. And then we went on vacation. The reason we haven't recorded in so long is I was on vacation and I came back and I still was on a screwed up schedule. And then you were off away. So here's one of them. The first one. And it looks beautiful, right?
Yeah.
So she wanted initials on the back with the service date.
Okay.
So this was the second one.
Okay.
The first one I made, I screwed up the keyholes in the back. I put it on the router, it went, and it went in different directions after I painted it.
Aye.
So then I filled it with wood filler, plastic wood, and then I engraved it. But before I engraved it, I forgot to put the Aura mask on it. So I just engraved
it. Just chipped out?
No, it didn't chip out, but it engraved perfectly, but I can't paint it because paint will get everywhere else, right? So then I made this one. I have the spare, a couple of these spares sitting around. And I look at this, it's beautiful, right?
Yeah.
There's a difference. The normal ones are 12 inches long.
Okay.
This is 11 and a half, right? No big deal on the front.
Yeah.
So then I had to space the lettering on the back.
Okay.
I forgot to change the shape size on the CNC. So when I engraved the letters, first of all, I put it on the CNC upside down when I engraved this beautiful logo. So now the keyholes are upside down.
That's not really a logo, it's a rank, but
whatever. And then not only are the keyholes upside down, it engraved right through the keyhole for the letter R. And I didn't want to send it like this. Upside down keyholes and the lettering should be under that. And I didn't realize that this is a half inch shorter. So when I moved it in my program, it still came down there. So this beautiful one, I'm going to send them as an extra, and they can do whatever the hell they want with it. And
what you could do is you just get yourself a sawtooth hanger and nail that into the back of it and go, here's a bonus one that I fucked up.
Yeah, I might throw the sawtooth on here.
Yeah.
Then they can just hang this as decoration and not worry about trying to put it on keyholes where you have to slide it up. Where you use it and it slides down and falls off. So got that done. I resurfaced my table, and you had done an experiment for me. For those of people that don't know, you did an epoxy experiment for me.
I did.
Showing me that you could spill paint and stuff on the epoxy and it wipes off.
It does clean up.
So I appreciate that. And then I went to my epoxy that I have because I was going to pour epoxy over this awesomely big blue line flag table that I have now. And I have a quart. And from what I was reading,
you're gonna need more.
You need at least a half a gallon for this size table. So since I don't have a half a gallon, I didn't epoxy it this time. But I will have to refinish this again at some point. So I'll try it then, I think. What else? So we've had I was looking at the list of officers since we last recorded, and there's been 4 dogs. 4 dogs, maybe 5, because I forget what the last one we said if it was Frankie or Drago. But since we recorded on August 7th, we might not have seen the July 26th killing of one of the dogs. And then we have a number of officers, so we'll have to go through those as well. I'm surprised we don't have more, but a few of them in a plane crash.
Yeah.
Which is weird.
There's been a lot of, just in general, plane crashes.
Aircraft, yeah. Aircraft accident. Car crashes and then multiple gunfires. So we got a new rookie on our shift now, since our other rookie's now on his own. So I got to ride with the new rookie for a couple of days last week. And I texted you one of the things that we had, which was interesting. My buddy's like, the cartel's around? Yeah. So we'll get into that.
I've been to a cartel house.
Were there people in a caged room with toilet in the corner and poop coming up out of the toilet?
No.
You get the reference, though.
It was I get the end of watch reference.
Okay.
No. This was like a cartel dope house.
Oh. No heads
car
laying
chase.
around. I know you did. And
me and 40 of my closest friends.
Kim's like, is it really close? I'm like, no, it's 45 minutes minimum.
It's we're reviewing, but we could be the record holders for the furthest.
Furthest or long time consuming? Which longest time or furthest distance?
Distance. To our knowledge, nobody has made it that far.
Well, we'll have to talk about that too, because that was, you sent me some pictures.
There are some others going around that may or may not have the Bay Bridge in the background and may or may not have Oracle Park in the background.
Okay, I didn't see those yet.
I can neither confirm nor deny it. But not my car. It was not my car.
If you find them, you should send them to me.
I'm trying to get them.
Okay.
I have seen them. Now I'm just trying to acquire them.
All right. Well, let's click on over to the main show because we've got a lot to discuss.
Yeah,
Kinda.
and this is not
Yes.
going to be a long show because I'm already sweating like a whore in church.
All right. Thank you for tuning in to episode 51, the Dick Butkus episode. See you later.
Or the
It is-
Randy Johnson episode. 300 wins.
We got to do the
One of the
back-to-back
great-
Hall of
one of
Fame
the-
Chicago middle linebackers. It's the Johnson Butkus Johnson.
Butt Kisses Johnson?
Butkus is Johnson.
I like
you
that
remember-
because there's so many different levels at which that is funny.
The Wendy's Where's the Beef commercials that
Yes.
Butkus did.
Yeah.
And was her name Clara, the old lady? And she'd be like,
I don't know.
Butt Kiss. What
Those
kind of
happened when I
name
was,
is
like-
Butt Kiss?
A tiny human.
I forget you're such a baby. All right. See you on the other side. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. Thanks for coming back. Thanks for following.
All right, I'm done.
Okay. Ciao.
Goodbye, everybody.
So I bought another video editing software
Why?
because when we do this specifically, I have to download the video from Skype or wherever, right? Put it on a thumb drive, move it over to my Mac, bring it into iMovie, edit it in iMovie, use Handbrake to compress it, and then upload it. And I use Power Director for my phone, which I do all my, Instagram stuff on. And it's a wonderful editing software. Well, they make it for a desktop too. So I bought the subscription for a year, and I'm going to do all my YouTube stuff in that on this computer and our stuff on this computer. So I no longer have to be moving stuff between computers, and it's more user friendly than iMovie. It's got more features and you can do a lot more stuff with it. And it's cheaper than Adobe and easier to learn than Adobe since I'm already familiar with the interface. So looking at, ease of, I'm so busy, dude. I ain't got time. Ain't got time for this.
You know that time for this shit.
That black lady on that clip
Yes,
that
I
went
know.
viral. Yeah, I think I met her while we were working over the weekend, which I'll explain. So she sounded just like her. She's from Mississippi. Nobody got time for this. So
Mississippi.
all right, here we go. My nose hurts. Must be all the cocaine I'm doing.
Yeah, you should probably stop snorting.
It's hard, man. I'm hooked.
Yes. Start smoking crack.
I might give that a shot.
It's easier on the old nose.
Or I could just inject shit into a vein. And my
I mean,
nose
you could do
would hurt.
that. I don't know how you feel about needles, but
I have to give blood like every 6 weeks, so needles are nothing anymore. Not give blood, get blood tests for, post-cancer shit. So they're always monitoring my blood. I should do like plasma and stuff. My wife gives plasma. You know what that is? Do you guys do that out by you?
yeah, you got to do like the little. They take your blood and they do the little centrifuge thing.
Yeah, and they send your blood back to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then they pay you for it.
Yeah.
It's like my wife's part-time job. She's helping people and making money.
Hey. Maybe
All
I'll
right.
do that.
I know it's like $100 a week or $150 a week. That's not too bad.
It's a pretty good deal.
Yeah, you can buy a few tools with it.
That's how I'll buy the laser.
There you go. And you're helping people out.
Yeah. But mainly the laser.
Right. Laser.